This comment asks, how much does a bookkeeper cost and what's the difference between a bookkeeper versus an accountant versus a CPA? I'm Reagan, I'm the numbers witch and I'm that QuickBooks bitch. And I am a bookkeeper, I'm also an accountant. I am not a CPA. A CPA is a licensed credential. It is a certified public accountant. CPA licenses are controlled by whatever state you are licensed in. And then there are enrolled agents, which are a national kind of credential licensed directly through the IRS. I am neither of those things, and I'm not allowed to say that I'm certified or anything like that because I'm not. What I am certified in is QuickBooks Online's online and advanced pro advisor certifications, which are through Intuit, which is a private corporation. It is not affiliated with the government at all. The difference between a bookkeeper and an accountant and a CPA is that anybody can be a bookkeeper and anybody can be an accountant. Anybody can say that they are a bookkeeper, anybody can say that they are an accountant. You have to have the licensure to be able to say that you're a CPA, just like if you are a doctor or a lawyer. There are, medical boards and bars that those credentialed individuals have to pass and stay compliant with all of the licensing requirements, etc. Bookkeepers, anybody can be a bookkeeper. Accountants, tax preparers, anyone can prepare taxes for other people. Anybody. There is no test that you have to take. All that's required is that you have what's called a preparer tax ID number. If you are accepting payments in order to prepare tax returns for other people. And that includes things like W-2s and 1099s. So if you're a bookkeeper that does payroll for people, you need to have a preparer tax ID number. You're technically a tax preparer if you're filing those forms for other people and other businesses. Bookkeepers are generally people that close the books once a month for a business. They're the people that categorize transactions, maintain the records of a business's financial transactions. And then accountants are generally bookkeepers as well. They do bookkeeping, tasks, but they probably also file tax returns. Tax returns go beyond just the, 1040, your individual tax return that you file every year as a person that pays taxes in this country. Payroll tax returns exist. Sales tax returns exist. A tax return is just a way to report information to a governing body who has levied that tax. So if you're an accountant, you're probably somebody who also files taxes. And again, you do not have to be a CPA. You do not have to have any special credentialing in order to file a tax return for anybody else. A lot of accountants and CPAs and bookkeepers and tax preparers, I believe, should do their due diligence, especially if they're filing returns for other people, and maintain continuing education every year and maintain their tax preparer, ID number with the IRS and everything. But it's simply not a requirement that you have to be a CPA to do bookkeeping, to be an accountant, or to do taxes. CPAs do have a lot higher education requirements and experience requirements in order to sit for the CPA exam. But yeah, it's just not a thing that you have to have. And unfortunately, which is crazy because, you have to have a license to lend, mortgages. You have to have, in most states, a license to be a fucking florist. So the fact that anybody can be a tax preparer or a bookkeeper or call themselves an accountant without any sort of licensing is pretty wild to me. Now, I understand this and I know this and my clients know this too, that I don't have any of those credentials. What I do have is experience. What I do have is references that I can provide to people. But if somebody told me that they didn't want to hire me because I don't have the CPA letters behind my name, I would just accept that. That's fine if that is your boundary, if that is the bare minimum for you to be able to hire somebody to do your bookkeeping and accounting. But there's no laws or rules saying that that has to be the case. So that's the difference between those different types of professionals. And if you are a business owner in need of bookkeeping support, in need of tax preparation, please make sure that you are going with someone that you can trust. And that is either because you know them directly and personally, or you've worked with them before, or you were referred to them, or you can, see reviews from actual clients of theirs. Because this industry is seriously unregulated and that can put you into very precarious positions. I always tell folks, like, you're welcome to do a background check on me. I would encourage people do that, just to help them practice safety and confidentiality with their like financial information and with their money. So, I'm an open book when it comes to what my clients want to know about me and my business and how I operate, what my policies are. And I really do try to make sure that I go the extra mile to protect not only myself, but my clients' information. That's very important to me. And it's a requirement because I do have a preparer tax ID number, that I have systems in place to protect my clients' confidential information. So I hope that answers your question. As far as how much things cost, that varies from bookkeeper to bookkeeper. I've talked about my prices on here a lot. A lot of the offers that I have, even one-on-one stuff, are listed. The prices for that are listed whenever you go to make an appointment with me. And bookkeeping services for monthly ongoing support where I'm doing your bookkeeping, I'm reconciling, I'm closing the books, are $500 a month.